Okay, so now we're gonna implement a structure inside our design. So let's say I want a structure, a rectangular shed, a tractor shed. And I'm gonna take it, Control Z, Control V to the scale so I can measure it. I want it to be 20 on 15. It's a big shed. Okay, so I'm gonna take it, but I need to do two things before I can start using it. One, I need to move it under plant structures. I want to move it under plant structures. So now it's inside it. You can see on the tree. So this rectangle is inside plant structures. The other thing that I want to do, I need to do three things. The second thing is I want to align it to the corner of this plot because I want it to be as high as it can so I can collect rainwater from its roof. And the third thing is this is a rectangle, it's not a path. Our function needs a path to calculate the area of the polygon. So we're gonna click path and object to path. And now I can tell because there is 4 nodes on the corners that can be manipulated like this. So this is a polygon, not a shape. If it was a shape, I couldn't do it. So now I can do Control Z, and you can see here it's the icon changed from a shape like a rectangle to something look like 2 nodes and a stick. This is a path. Now I can go to extensions, landscape, and start with the structure information. It doesn't have any parameters. I'm hitting apply, and it says on top of it the surface area of this roof. It's almost 300. Okay, it's 296 or 97, and this is the amount of annual rainfall that will fall on top of it. So with this data I can design my water collection system. I can tell how much water will go on top of this roof. So now I can close it, and you can see it opened 2 sublayers to the structure. One is this text of the rainfall, and the other is the text of the size. I can hide them if I don't want them. Now I need to choose the path, and I'm gonna go to extensions, landscape, and structure shadow. What it will do, it will show me in this location how the shadow will cast in the winter solstice and the summer solstice, and it knows if I'm in the northern hemisphere or the south hemisphere. So I'm gonna hit structure shadow. There is only one parameter, the height of the structure that I'm planning. It's important because the higher the structure, the longer the shadow will be. I'm gonna hit apply, and I will get the shadow of the winter solstice at the 21st of December in the northern hemisphere, at 8:30 in the morning, at 12 noon, and at 3. You can see the long shadows in the winter solstice. And in the summer, here in Israel, at noon, there is almost no shadow. You can see it here because the altitude of the sun from the horizon is 81 degrees, like a couple of meters in shadow from a 9-meter tall building. And in the evening and in the morning, you can see that the shadow goes from the north to the south. This calculation of shadow is calibrated with SunCalc, the fabulous sites that I used before I started to develop this extension to calculate the length of the shadow, especially in winter, to know what will be the shadow on a design. I needed some tools, so I used SunCalc, and now I can do it with LandScape extension.